So we're gonna skip right into my 2 cents with GT, and basically we're gonna talk about single parent households. So according to a 2016 Census Bureau, out of 12 million single parent families with children under the age of 18, more than 80% were headed by single mothers, not just black mothers, single mothers. Now peep this out: 1/3 of that 80% are black. 11,814 single parent families in America. 83% headed by single mothers. 51% are divorced, separated, or widowed. 49% of single mothers were never married.
You know why though? It goes back to slavery.
Absolutely.
The Willie Lynch letter. You ever heard or listened to the Willie Lynch letter? Mm-hmm. That's the whole basis of what that letter is about.
Right.
Basically taking the man out of the home.
Right.
And basically having the female be the head of the household in a sense.
Right.
And it's just something that they've been, they've been messing with us mentally.
It's a power struggle with that, because now if I could take the head out the household, I can win every time.
Kill the head, the body drop.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because you know what they used to do? They used to take, even just in the black community, they take the strongest black male and humiliate him in front of all the other black males, just to show like, oh yeah, we'll take y'all toughest or y'all the strongest person and we'll do this to him.
Absolutely.
So it's just
absolutely.
like, it's just the mindset they try to put us in for so long.
Absolutely.
But you know what though, on that though, but we don't want to make that an excuse either, man, because as black men, we you know what I'm saying, you see the trap, you know. Don't make that excuse. I got 2 daughters myself, so don't make that a excuse. Sometimes we look for excuse.
Absolutely, I agree.
We look for excuse instead of resolution.
Right.
Just come to a resolution. Stop looking for excuse, because now an excuse only gonna lead you to the same old shit. Mm-hmm. See, that's what excuse do, and that just pass on to generation. But you trying to find a resolution, it could stop and put an end to it. You know?
Right.
But we looking for excuse too much.
I agree. And I felt like that was a strong topic for me. Like I say, I grew up in a seven child household. I was the oldest of 7. I'm 27 now. I watched my mom do everything by herself. My dad was the only one that paid child support, out of all the kids. So, a lot of the times where other kids would be getting shoes, clothes, and things of that nature, my mama was using that for the light bill. She was using that for grocery. You know what I mean? And that's something over time, I had to, explain that to my daddy, because he like, what my money going this, that, and the third. But, even not even just on a financial aspect, the presence of having a father in the household. Because I tell my son Amari's mother the same thing. Like, even though you want our child, even though it's pivotal for him to have both of us, you can't raise our son to be a man. Only I can do that. You can nurture him and show him love, but you can't teach him how to handle certain situations or how to be tough. And, that's something that I had to learn, when my father moved up here to Atlanta. Like, a lot of things that, it's not that he was, absent. He was never absent at all. But, think about it, 365 days out the year, you only see your parent on holidays and summers. You know what I mean? There's going to be certain times where you need that male role model and you don't have him. Either the street's gonna teach you how to do it, or your homeboy is gonna teach you how to do it. You just gotta learn it for yourself. And that's the thing that these mothers gotta understand. Like, because a man is not in the picture anymore, y'all not with that man anymore, you can't be spiteful towards that man. Like, you have to understand, like, it is pivotal for that man to be there for his child. So if you do have children and you have a man that wants to raise his child, put the bullshit to the side and let that man raise his child or his children.
Let me ask you this, because this was kind of big. How you feel about the Future and Russell Wilson situation? Or what? Yeah, Russell Wilson.
I actually like it. And that's my thing. Like, with my son's mother, if she had a guy in her life like that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have no problem with it. You understand what I'm saying? I just think more so, once again, social media blew it up bigger than what it got to be. I really feel like that's a conversation that, which I'm sure they may have had, that Future and Russell Wilson sit down and have, like, look, I respect you, what you doing around my child, showing him, how to be a man, when I'm not around, and just having that understanding, like, you're not his father, but at the same time, if I'm not around, this, that, and the third. I mean, he did marry her. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's just a boyfriend situation. And they have another child together too, right? Mm-hmm. So that whole family aspect, is there. But when it comes to a situation where you got a guy like Future and then Ciara messing with a Tyrone, she messing with a Jerome or something like that, then that's a whole nother situation because now you got these different men coming in your child life and he looking like, my nigga, like, you just fucking my mama basically, like, you know. So, I mean, it just depends on the type of person you are. Like, I'm not that type of father to be like, okay, if my son's mother got married to a guy, this, that, no. If he doing the right things and he's showing my son how to be a man and he's showing my son how to treat his mother, then I'm okay with that, you know, and, you know, vice versa, you know.
When you know, on that type of level, man, the two men got to talk.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because I got kids, you know, of course, I mean, because you don't want to hear your child calling you one day say, yo, he done beat me, Dad, or he put his hands on me.
And I done went through those situations too.
And then that right there, see, that's a whole nother level.
Exactly, absolutely.
So now, because that's something way beyond now.
Right.
So now, before we get out of hand, that's when the two brothers got to talk.
Right.
Look here, man, we got a certain situation. You know, if you got a problem, call me with that. You know, because I don't never want another man put his hand on my child.
I agree.
She calling me 3,000 miles away, telling me he done abused her. See, that right there don't make a dad feel good.
Yeah, because I mean, you do have situations where
I will
be
knocking on that front door in the next 5 minutes.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, so that right there, the two brothers got to get beforehand. Instead of the man with the married, he should have just said, look, let me talk to the child's real father, because there's gonna be certain situations that, hey, the child gonna act up. He gonna act up one day. You want to, hey, look here, man. I beat your little ass.
But let me ask you this question. Let's just say, for instance, the guy's not disrespectful, right? Let's just say if your child just being defiant, just being disrespectful, like, you ain't my daddy. Like, what the fuck you telling me? I get my daddy to whoop your ass and, you know, things of that nature. I mean, I done seen all that stuff. I done seen it all. So
on that note too, that's another reason you got to talk to the father too. Look here, man. You know, your child been disrespectful, and we need to handle that case, because nobody should give it disrespect, because both of y'all still raising that child. You understand what I'm saying? So now I need to holler at the real father. Look here, man. I'm raising him. He in my household. Of course, I'm raising him. Of course, I'm raising your child. But on the other hand, I don't want disrespect. But I don't want him to child to disrespecting me and saying to dad and all that. Now that's when the real daddy got to check the child. You come out his face wrong, disrespect wrong, he get his ass done in. Because you don't disrespect nobody who raising you.
Absolutely. I'm gonna kick one more thing to you, because I'm kind of going through this situation, and I actually been through this situation before. So I'm dealing with a woman now. She has 2 kids. For oldest child, father is present, does everything for his daughter and son. Second child, father not present at all. When do you feel like it's appropriate for you as the boyfriend, husband, however you want to put it, to have that conversation with that child's father when he if he's in a situation where he's bouncing in and out? Like, let's just say, like, I haven't seen him at all since we've been talking, but if he bouncing in and out, let's just say, for instance, he come around maybe once a month, 2 times every 3 months, like a situation like that. Like, give me your perspective on that, or when a man should have that conversation, or if that conversation should even be had.
Now with that conversation, that's when you really got to come out and be for real with it. Like, this man will come once in a blue moon, and you now all of a sudden you want to put your foot down. Look here, man, and just be for real. I got to talk to him like, here, man, I'm as man to man. You don't be here as president as you supposed to be.
Right.
You don't do the things as you supposed to, because that means I'm taking your position. Mm-hmm. And a man, he should know that off the rip. He knowing that somebody put clothes on his back feeding him. So it's me. So I'm just being real as a man, telling you, man, look here. I understand whatever you're going through, but right now, brother, I'm raising your child. And that means if you want to put your foot down, that means, bro, you gotta really come talk to me now, because now it's beyond control. The other brother, he's taking care of his child. Right. So I can't go to him like that. You is a whole different position. Absolutely. So that means you got to really man up, face up, talk to him in his face. You ain't gonna be gangster or nothing like that. But as a man sitting down, look here, man. Your position is, bro, anything serious going in this household with the child, you can talk to me with that now because I'm raising the child. I don't want spending money. I'm the one taking them out.
And I think that's a problem
And the
that
man
we have
gotta
as black
respect-
men, though.
But he going in on certain levels. He had to respect, though. He gonna get caught in his feelings, but you can't get caught in your feelings because the man telling you the truth.
Right.
You ain't spent $1 on him. And
But
you-
as black men, though, I think that's a problem that we have. Like, I think we have, like, when we trying to educate another brother or put another brother on game or trying to have that conversation, they feel like it's a matter of being soft or somebody
That go
trying to
back
be
pride.
hard.
That go back to the pride at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You feel me? I think as in the black community, everybody want to feel like, oh, I'm that alpha male, but it ain't. You can be an alpha male and still be able to. If you a true alpha male, you're gonna be able to relate to another alpha male because y'all gonna have that mutual respect. Just off of
Absolutely.
that, you feel me?
Absolutely.
And I think people. When people feel like, oh, this motherfucker telling me what to do, he ain't
But that's
bigger
just
than
like the
me.
conversation me and you had
And that's
before
what I'm
off
saying.
camera.
And
Like,
that's
it's
what I'm saying.
just a form of communication. That's
I'm
all.
saying.
That's
Some
all it
people
is.
can't have that conversation because, like you say, they feel disrespected or you feel,
Right.
they feel like they soft. Because
But you know what though? But you know, as grown man, I'm tell you something, man. Like I said, grown man is grown. I'm talking about grown man mentality, not grown man physical. I mean, mentality, real grown man. If he know, look, this man been raising my child, and I know I've been slipping. I'm gonna come to you like, man, brother, man, I appreciate, man, because I haven't been doing my job. You know when you're not doing your job.
Absolutely.
You know, as a man, nobody can't tell you, man, you ain't doing your job because you already know.
Right,
You know,
absolutely.
you know when you
Absolutely.
know, some things you just ain't doing. You might go through some times you just can't do it.
Right.
But as a grown man to man, you be like, well, brother, you really supposed to be like, man, I commend you what you're doing, man, because now you taking on my spot, and I commend you, bro, because you doing it as a real man. And you showing them the ways how to be, showing a positive role model. Because right now I'm in a terrible
Let me
position.
ask both of y'all a question. Have y'all ever been in a situation like that where y'all dated a girl
Exactly.
like where the
Exactly.
child wasn't present or the child's father wasn't present, and then all of a sudden he popped up in the picture? Or have y'all ever dealt with a woman
I
with
dated girls with kids, but I never really see. I don't really get too deep with girls with kids because I know I don't really want to play that father role to them yet.
Absolutely.
But the
I
girls
agree.
have
I
had,
understand.
They father, like the kids' father, have been in their life. So, I haven't really dealt with not.
Well, I've been through that situation. I've been through my child's mother because she had kids before me, and it just one of them was just he popped up out of nowhere, and you just talk about this man didn't give $1 in the whole year, and he got it popped up knocking on the door. I'm like, wait a minute, and you greeting this man like is everything good? So of course I went out there like, okay, what are you doing here?
And see,
And that right there, first off, I understand you want to keep it cordial with your child's father, but all I'm saying, this man ain't dropped a dime to you in the whole fucking year.
Right.
Okay, so how you think that made me feel? I don't want raising household, all of this, raising the child, raising your daughter. Somehow the baby mother got to plead. She got to plead like, look, this is the man that been doing this. And the man just can't pop up anyway because believe me, I get in some emotional shit because I'm about to go through that door, and because I feel like, hey man, you pop up all of a sudden, and all of a sudden.
And see, my thing is, I think a lot of people have a problem with, like, I can understand where somebody like Jay Black coming from. What's up, Kim? What's up, Kim? I can't hear you, Kim, but what's up, Kim? Hey, y'all, my co-host calling from Houston, y'all. She joining the meeting. So my thing is like, I grew up, like I said, my mom had 7 kids, 6 different men. I've seen my mom talk to all kinds of men. You see what I'm saying? So for somebody like me, I think because I got both sides, like, because my dad been married for 25 plus years and my mom was single her whole life, never got married. It doesn't bother me to date a woman that has kids. I've never had an issue with it. In the majority of relationships that I've had, a woman has had kids. I've only been a father for a year. So I'm just now starting to understand what people with kids, people who has children, say when they say, okay, I can't date someone who doesn't have children. And I feel like now that I am a father, I can be more relatable to someone that does have children versus somebody that doesn't, because of that time. They want that time, and you gotta split that time between okay, me and you are in a relationship, and it kind of puts you in a position.
But you know what though? Sometimes you miss your blessings when you say that. When you cut something off, I don't want to date this because this person got this. I don't want this because
I can understand that.
That means the one you knocked off. That one was your blessing. That could have been your wife.
And to be
that
honest,
could have been your future wife.
In my situations, like all the chicks I done messed with that they had kids, they always been the coolest chicks. You feel me? They cooking. You feel me? They
exactly. They got them stamps
chicks,
and all, right?
Yeah, it's like, man, shoot, they really be the best ones.
Exactly. But sometimes when you say you cut yourself short.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel however it comes a blessing. If it's a good woman to me, she's a good woman to me. True. I'm not gonna sit there because she got kids and I'm gonna throw it away. Man, that's the woman for me. That's the woman for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you might never get a woman nothing like that. So you better, hey man, don't keep cutting your self short.
I understand.
I got to be by yourself already.
I got you.
You know?
I got you.
Yeah, they're raising cats but alone, niggas. You know,
right. Hey man, make sure y'all check out our sister shows, DJ Samoa's Top 5, as well as Inside the Industry with my man Jay Black. Shout out to my co-host Kim. She checked in from Houston. This is another installment of Innovative Black Stations Connecting the Dots. Y'all have a good night.